We are going to continue our fun lessons with functions. Okay, so let's see here. We're just going to start by, at the top it says, recall that a function is a relation in which what doesn't repeat. Think about that, think about that. You have an answer? All right. It's where the x's do not repeat. Where the x's do not repeat. Or the x does not repeat. So on this next part, we're going to, now that we know this, we're going to think about, right, yes, if the table represents a function, and no if it does not, I'm guessing. So let's just look at the x values. Do we have any repeaters? No, we don't. So it is a function. Are there any repeaters here? No repeat x's. It is a function. Do we have any repeat x's? Yes, we do. We have 2 9s. So this is a no. It is not a function. So notice here where we had 2 y's. Those don't matter. It's only the x's that cannot repeat. All right? Okay, so now we're going to take a little time and we're going to graph each. So if you want to pause it here and graph at your own pace, totally fine. All I'm doing is I'm taking, these are all coordinates. So -1 and 1, -1, 1, putting a dot. 0, 3, 0, 3, putting a dot. 1 and 5, 1, 5. And 2 and 7. Okay, so now I'm going to try to draw as straight of a line as I can to draw my line after I put my dots. Okay, we're going to do this one now. -1 and 2. -1 and 2. Remember, you do the x-axis first and then the y. So you go left to right first and then up and down. 0, 0. Well, that one's easy. 1, 2. 1, 2. And 2, 8. 2, 8. Okay. Ooh, we have a little dip line here. Okay. All right. And the last one. Even though it's not a function, we're still going to graph it so that you could see that. 9 and 3. This is 9. -3. Okay. And 0, 0. 9. +3. And 4, 2. Okay. So it looks like this. And you can clearly see here at this vertical line test, if we were to draw a line right here, or any of these points, that it is passing through that vertical line more than 1 point. So this, again, was not a function. So let's kind of describe what's going on in those lines. Let's go back to this first one. It's a line that is increasing. Positive slope. Positive. Remember our slope dude? And we're going to introduce a new term here. It is called linear. What word do you see within that word linear? Line. Line. We can think of line. I want you to think of line when I want you to see if you're trying to decide if it's a linear function. And you could plot it and you could see, is it a straight line? Well, this one is. My line's not super straight, but it is linear. Okay. Is this one a straight line? No, it is not linear. And the reason why is if we were to describe it, it goes up, then back, down. Okay? So it's not one line. And then of course on this one, we just know right now it's not even a function, so it's not going to be linear anyways. All right, so sorry if you haven't been able to see that, my bad. All right. A straight line, non-vertical, all right? A straight line, non-vertical, cannot be up and down because that's not a function. You have more than one point passing through that same x coordinate. So a straight line that is not vertical is a linear function. So it means that the data increases or decreases at a constant rate. This is the slope. All right, so we're kind of getting back into what you guys learned last year a little bit in pre-algebra. So it wants us to refer back to the tables, and we want to look for a constant pattern. When we're talking about constant rate, there's always a pattern. So let's go ahead and go all the way back up to our tables. And let's see if we see a pattern. Well, over here, we see a pattern, -1, 0, 1, 2. It's all plus 1. It's increasing by 1 each time on the x side. On the y side, is there a pattern? We have an increase by 2, an increase by 2, increase by 2. Yes, there is a pattern on both sides. It's a linear pattern.
Interruption teachers. Students, you're interrupting in the Students Address Club. They are meeting in the new gym out by the band hall. I believe they're going to have some sort of tax return there. So that is the Students Address Club in the new gym by the band hall. Thank you.
All right, so you can tell when I'm videoing this in the morning. So this has a pattern. The x's are all increasing by 1. And let's see if we see a pattern here. Well, right here, it's decreasing by 2 from 2 to 0. It's increasing by 2 from 0 to 2. So there's no pattern. Okay, there's a pattern there, but not on this side. And we're not even going to look at this because it's not even a function. And if we were, you would see it does not have a pattern. So, all right. So let's go to the next page. It just wants us to state if it's a linear or non-linear for each. And we can do that by looking at the line. Okay, is this a linear function? Yes, it is increasing at a constant rate. It is a straight line. It is linear. Is this linear? No, it is non-linear. Is this linear? Well, if we were to fill this in, we would see it is linear. Is this linear? No, it's not even a function. Our vertical line test would say it's not a function. Is this linear? Yes, it actually is linear. It's not passing through, and it would pass our vertical line test, and it is a line, okay? And this one is vertical, so it does not pass the vertical line test. It is not even a function. Now, let's look and see if we can see the patterns here, and that will tell us if it's linear or not. Here the pattern is +3, +3, and between these +3. What's the pattern here? +1, +1, +1. Yes, and yes, it is a linear function. See about this one. Well, this one is +1, +1, +1. Over here we have -3, +3. So it is not a function. Or it's not linear. Sorry, it is a function. It's not linear. And here, let's see if a pattern is here. This is +2 between those, +2, +2. Check. Over here, this is a decrease of 8, a decrease of 8, a decrease of 8. Yes, linear. And finally down here, we have plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So check so far. Let's check the y's. Minus 2, minus 6. No pattern. Non-linear. And over here, whoa, I automatically see 2 4s. We have some repeating x's. So it's not even a function. We're going to add one more thing to this tomorrow in class. So make sure you get these notes and bring them in tomorrow. And I'll see you then. Have a great night. Stay dry.